Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to part 28 of my Skylines series, Ardes. So today is a rather special episode because we aren't building just the old town, we are finally building something kind of a memorial for a city, and this will be located on the hill right next to our old town. The reason for this is that we're building a castle. Castle or monastery, we have to think about it later on, but we will just call it simply castle in this episode. And yes, it is built on a mountain due to the fact that castles had the reason to be built because the people wanted safety, and the safety was brought to them by kings and knights, and just like kind of get this, they had to pay a lot of stuff to the knights. And yes, so this is just like the reason is that they can guard the whole area, so they place their buildings on top of mountains or hills. And this is basically what I've done there. And the reason for this is that I thought, okay, it is an old town, so what would be realistic to an old town? So I thought there are a lot of old towns in Austria that have something kind of a castle around them, just like Salzburg. It has one right in the middle of it, and it's just like something for guarding, and it was also used for having to pay money when you want to go through an area of land or a land. So this was something that I had in mind when building this, so I thought about this would be in very center place, and when they wanted to bring cargo into this area, they had to just like get to the harbor and get into the valley up the river, and you can't drive there with a ship because it is too flat. At least right now it's too flat. We'll change this in another episode, but it is too flat, we will say. And for this one there was this castle where you could use the road that is going up there, so this is kind of an historical road up to the mountain and to the castle. I really like how this whole castle turned out because it is just like looking very realistic, and it is having also big forest around it that is getting very realistic because we also finally added some pines and stuff like this, so they are adding for the realism quite a bit. So there I was just like trying to get something in kind of a realistic terrain, and a lot of it will be hidden behind the trees, but just for detailing I made it, and it isn't so much effort, so I did it. Yes, we're right now at just 4 minutes in this episode. We already have the street up, so that's nearly nothing done, but it is something done, so we can be happy about it, I would say. So we will right now start with the castle, and for the placement I thought I will have to use a very cool looking street, a very old and expensive looking street, but then I just thought about, wait, so there's just like a lot of castles with just a parking lot in front of it for the people that want to visit it, so this is what I did. I just made a curved parking lot and built a castle to it. It is actually something very simple, but I think it is quite nice, so yes, we will definitely keep it like this. So maybe something that I should tell you is the canal will be changed after like castle. So the defensive canal, I would call it, will be changed later on. It will have another wall network. There was a wall network released about some days ago, and I want to use this. Actually, I think it got released about 4 days ago, but yesterday was at concert, so I couldn't do anything. And if you are thinking what was yesterday, yesterday was Friday the 14th, so it was Valentine's Day, and I had nothing better to do to go to a heavy metal concert. So yes, that's kind of sad. Yeah, so back to the video. We are just like building our parking lot there, and I definitely saw, oh, we have the bridge, so we will definitely build something like a small canal there. And actually this whole castle is looking so nice. It is one of the best assets, I would say, that I have in my whole series, so I definitely wanted to give it a special spot, and it has a special spot right there, and you can see it from nearly everywhere from this map, so this is definitely a spot that I wanted to have very beautiful. It isn't also finished completely because I've done some kind of garden before it, but this will be changed in quite a drastic way later on, and this will be in the next part. So part 22 will be still on the castle. We will return to the old town after the episode, and yes, the reason for it to be just like also there is because this whole thing turned out to be pretty time consuming to be built, so it was quite a big mess, I would say, because also this video is very long, by the way. It is about 45 minutes, and this is okay for me, but it is very much on the edge of what I want to do for the length of a video, so this is something that I have to rethink maybe and take a look at how I want to do it. So we will definitely switch this wall in some seconds, but it was just a try from my side, and I've switched to an old prop from an old wall, and this will be changed to the network as already said, because I want to save some props and maybe get some more FPS when looking at my builds. Than like 15 FPS is the best thing that I get right now, so yes. And this is actually when I'm looking on grass, on poor grass without anything blazed, so this will change dramatically. I'm afraid it will definitely change quite dramatically. So this whole thing there will be changed as already said, and then this gives me some time to talk about just like saying thank you to all of you guys, because we're right now at 186 subs, and this is just amazing for me. We're coming very close to the 200 subs, so this is something that I'm definitely looking forward and that I will be happy to announce when we finally come there. So we finally get there, I'm sorry. So right now I was then there looking for another like wall prop, as you can see there, because I was thinking I want to use something different. I don't want to use this. At first I wanted to place something on top of it, but this also didn't work out like I wanted to, so I then there saw this wall, and this will also be the one that we will keep. And at first I wanted to place it on top, as already said, but this will be changed in some seconds. Seconds? Oh, it is already seconds, so yes. So we will soon be detailing this whole canal, and my aim for this was this canal should be looking like it definitely had a purpose, but right now there are just like plants in it. My first initial thoughts were maybe we can get some animals in it, because there are some castles where they now have, when you have visitors, they have something kind of pigs down there and they just live there. So this is something pretty cool, and I may be adding them in the next episode, but this is very unsure, so I actually don't think I will, but maybe I will. So yes, you can see I'm struggling with it. So as you may know, I'm right now doing my own props, but this isn't coming along so nicely, so I will definitely have to work more with Blender. So before I will show them in my episodes, I will have to kind of think about them and how I could do them. So yes, now the part about how I can get them better, I want to say. Right now we are detailing the whole canal thing, and the thing for this was that I thought, okay, so there would be a lot of plants in there and a lot of grass. So there's a lot of dry grass. It's actually the first place where I'm using dry grass in the city. And there will be more places like this. I just want like to get the imagination that they won't have so many things, so many areas where they can keep an eye on. So stuff like this will always occur in the city, and yes. So at first I'm adding this very bright grass, and then there's this yellowish grass that is quite well looking, I think. So it is definitely looking kind of weird, but I like it. I like this, and it gives quite a cool look. So this whole thing will be into forest, and this forest will be kind of unique for me, because this forest will also be having pines, because I haven't added pines anywhere in the city. So I thought it should be time for a mixed forest, because in Europe you always have mixed forests, so you don't have just one thing, at least one most of the time, not just one kind of a tree. You have a lot of different trees. So yes. So there I'm using a trick that I got from another City Skylines player on the Discord of Stricto, so that I could color POs, and this just gives me possibilities that I didn't have before, and yes, it is awesome. So there will be a lot of castles later on, so I will be building quite a lot more of them, and the reason for this is because I think this is pretty cool and pretty realistic. So there will be some, I think there will be 2 to 3 castles in this whole map, I have to say, not so many, but it is something that is quite widespread in Austria and Germany and stuff like this. So I actually think there are more in France, but this is maybe because France is just this extremely way bigger. So right there you can see me just like placing the first trees just to get an idea of how I want the forest to be. And this was just like, I want the whole mountain to be a forest. This is something that I want to do. I can't even say why I want it, but I think this will look quite nicely when it's finished. So I'm sorry that I was just like weirdly talking right now. It was that I was confusing myself with my words. This is very hard. So finally with it we can also move POs and we can copy them. So this is something pretty cool. I was just trying it there, and we will take this later on for more use. So there was just giving it a bit more detail and a bit more roughness. A bit more rough edges, I wanted to say, and yes. So I'm thinking this whole series will definitely be going ahead quite a long time. And I have so many ideas for different series, so right now I want to ask all of you guys 2 different things. I have 2 ideas. One would be an Asian city, and the other one would be a futuristic city. The futuristic city will be kind of American, and the Chinese, Asian inspired city will be very cramped, and we will have a lot of highways in the air and extremely cramped space. So please tell me in the comments what you would like to see more, and just like give me an idea of what you want to see for the next thing after this. So yes, we're right now at 30 minutes, and this is quite a cool thing because we've done a lot until now, and we're right now adding some pines. And the pines will just like make all of this look better, and yes, this is something that I just wanted to do. So I will right now leave you for a bit, and I want to say thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed the video until this point, I would appreciate if you would give me a like on this video, and if you want to see more and you haven't subscribed to me, I would appreciate if you would consider doing that. So yes, have a nice day and bye. So, I'm back again, and we are right now building the Royal Gardens. I will call them Royal Gardens from now on because I think it's a fancy name for the gardens of a castle, and they will be on the edge of this mountain. And the reason for this will be that I may want to do something kind of garden in different height steps, so you will always have a step to go down. And this is something that I saw in a castle somewhere in Salzburg Land, I think it's called, and I can't actually tell you the name of the castle because I don't know it, but anyways, it was very cool looking, and this is something that I definitely will try to rebuild. If I will remember doing it, I will add a picture of it right there. I'm just doing myself a mark so that I will search for the picture, because then you can kind of see what I'm wanting to aim for with this thing. So it is just like something like they all have their gardens full of wine and stuff like this. So I actually can't remember it that much because it was about 3 years ago that I was there. It was in October of 2017, so this is quite a long time, and this was actually when I was doing German YouTube videos and not English ones, so this was quite a different time for me, I would say. Also, May will be hearing that I'm not that good at talking in English, and I'm sorry for this. This will definitely improve over the next time. I did quite a great improvement, I would say, over the last time. Over the last half a year, about a year I think I've started ago. I would have to take a look. I actually can do this right now, because just like I made quite a big step in talking fluently. It was quite a long while ago actually, because I remember that I had Springfield running about 1 year ago. Or give me a look right there. So actually my first completely English Let's Play was Isla Tringula, and this started... Wait. This started way back in the last year. It is... Oh my god, this is crazy. This is completely crazy. This was... about 2 years ago. Actually, I'm doing YouTube videos in English since 2 years. Holy. I thought it was about 1 year, but... yes. So, what I want to say with this is the time is flying quite quickly, but back to what I'm building is something that I quite enjoy is building these gardens. It is very hard for me because I'm not always running through gardens like this. We have a lot of them in Austria, but I'm not running through them because school life, and then I'm just like too lazy to go there, but I definitely have to go there sometime soon. I would take some pictures of places like Schönbrunn. This is a royal garden in Austria, in Vienna, and it is one of the biggest zoos in Europe, so this is definitely something that I can add there, I would say. Oh, this... yes, so I want to say something, but I will say it later on. And actually it is just like that. I think that this whole thing turned out quite well, also with the little church there, because a lot of these areas had a little church somewhere, and this would also fit in like of this kind of look like monastery. It would just like need some walls around it, and the walls will maybe the whole mountain, so this whole mountain will be maybe something like monastery and castle mix. So maybe this is something where we can build a story around it. So if you have any good ideas for story, please hit me up with them in the comments. I will definitely read them out in the next episode, and this would be something like a great idea to just like give you the possibility of having you like just like something that you did in my city, and to see it just like evolve throughout our series there. So right there I was just struggling what hedges I should take, because I didn't want to use too big ones, too small ones, so this was quite a struggle for me, but it worked out in the end. I'm quite surprised by it, but it worked, so I don't want to just like being too kind of angry about me having this whole thing put down for about 2 hours, I think was a garden. So I was 2 hours just like placing stuff on a very small area. So this is something that I definitely have to work on, that I get quicker with it and quicker with just like using it. So I will definitely have to get used with this tool, as already said. And what I mean with this is that I want to build more of them, because it's a European city. We have a lot of them in Europe, so this is something that I definitely should learn and that I definitely should try to add to my city. So actually I will right now go and leave you behind, just like they're watching my video, because I don't know what to say you more about this. We will build some flowers, we will build some fancy structures, but I don't have just like the ideas to talk about it, so I will just like leave you for now alone, and thank you for watching, and hopefully we will see each other in another video of mine. So yes, have a great day and see ya. Bye.